unable to upload a thumbnail. Don't upload a thumbnail, YouTube, if you don't want to. It says it's unable to upload a thumbnail. It's giving me messages, but I have 2 people on. We're now 1 person, so somebody left. Could have been YouTube. So I'm going to walk around and see what this looks like. And then I can even see if it really did go live or not, because it is doing its darndest to try to shut this off. You cannot go live. Nope, it's knocked out. Let's see. Okay, I don't know if I have a signal. It says I'm live. It says I have 2 people. Elsie, what are you doing? Yes, we just filmed Gary's video and you were hiding because she says it's hot, and I'm going to hide in the sweet potatoes if I can do that. Okay, I am testing my phone again. I'm back testing my phone. I think I've got it. This time I've got it sideways, unless you guys are standing on your head watching it. I don't know, but I've been really working on it. And it's really hard for me to see. Hi, Jeff. Okay, we got somebody. So I'm in Gary's garden. I just finished doing his second half. And I want to see how this works. I'm going to have to do something where I can see the screen. What do you think, Elsie? What do you think? Hey, can you help me see the screen? Can you help me see? Oh, no, don't you take my phone. I don't know where Gary is. So look at Dragonfly. Look at the Dragonfly. He's got dragonflies everywhere. They're very, well, they weren't annoying when he disappeared. It was the fruit beetles. I actually, if you ever hear me in part 2 going, it's because the thing banged into me when it was flying around, and I am not a fan of fruit beetles. So there's Gary's carrots he's growing in a pond. I'm going to have to probably go through everybody later, but let's see. It is a little bit blurry. I can't do anything about that. Let's see. And Diane says it's working. It shouldn't be blurry, but I do have the phone in my case. I wonder if that's doing anything, but there's nothing blocking it. I think we have the low bandwidth. I'm lucky to have anything. Where I live, I don't even have cell half the time. It's buffering. Yeah, it's telling me it can't upload a thumbnail. Now, I can fix that. Gary's going to show me on his phone how it's working. Oh, it is. You know why? Because we don't have a cell site here.
Yep.
So that's the thing. I can't do much. All right, so the only other thing is what we did once before, a couple years ago, is I can't wipe the lens. It's not the lens. The lens is absolutely clean. It's there. We have no cell site here. We have to literally find the spot in the house to use. Definitely, it's not this, it's the cell site. So what I'm going to do when I want to really do this is bring a router out, and I hardwire it, and then I put it up there, and it works fine. But I don't have a cell site. I probably don't even have any bars. That's what it's trying to tell me. Let's see how bad it looks. Let me see. Where did you say you had cell site, or you don't have cell site?
Up the top of the steps.
Oh, all right. Well, let me walk up there. Then I won't be able to see the screen in the sun. Like I said, this is just a test again. At least I got the camera facing right. Tell me, is the camera facing right? Is it this time horizontal? Doesn't look bad. Michelle, what about, is it horizontal or is it vertical? Yes. Okay, so I got that setting locked in now. I'm just having a problem with everything. Let me go up the stairs. Tell me when it stops buffering, Gary.
Right now I went back and it's got a conversion.
Okay.
He thinks we're leaving already.
Elsie, we're not leaving. We're not. It's horizontal. So we got that. So I've got it horizontal. I can go live. I'll tell you something. YouTube still thinks I can't go live. Send me emails. Just go live in the house until we fix it. They don't know that I did something. So, okay, it looks good, but it's choppy. See, the problem is we live in a canyon, and this is no joke. I have no cell site here. It's kind of a hit and miss. You have to find the spot, and then you can't move. That's my mother's always saying, why are you hanging up on me? I'm not hanging up on her. It drops. I'm trying to read. You know, my screen is really, I think it's Lisa. I'm Justin. So we have no cell site. So what I do is from the house there, I bring out a router and I just hardwire it and then it's wireless and then I can come down here and walk around. I'm going to have to do that. My main thing today was I wanted to make sure that, let me see how I'm holding the phone. Okay. My main thing today is I wanted to make sure that I can get it in the direction in which I wanted. I can go live, so I just have to bring a router out. And we're all focused on you, Gary. And it works. And I don't even have a landline anymore. I had Frontier. Frontier, I could really talk about them. Because of Frontier, I have no landline. They left me without a phone for almost 2 months. They continued to charge me, and they would contact me at 3 in the morning and let me know that a person was coming out to fix my phone. And then they told me it was coming through like an automatic service, and nobody ever came down, so I had to cancel. Okay, you're going to have to understand one thing. I have a really bad glare behind me, so I can barely read the screen. Jeff, for some reason, really shows up good. But I think that says Karen, and I see TR61. It's hard to read everything. Yes, I'm from... Oh, okay, Karen, I think you're saying you're from Southern...
TR61, hello from Houston.
I'll let you do that, because...
Karen Briley, Rummy, Southern California. TR61, y'all are so Wilson. Y'all are awesome. Jeff, IFNJ. Frontier is horrible. Michelle Renee, so jealous of Gary's garden. Thank you. Andy, hello. Karen Hensley, hello from Arkansas. I try and watch you all the time. I hope you didn't get too much rain in Arkansas. I know that's where the storm went through.
Wow.
Maybe a little to the west of you. Zoom is good. Jeff, INFJ.
Okay, I think Diane came through. She's from Pennsylvania?
Yes.
Okay.
Looks pretty good there. Andy, hello from Ventura County, SoCal gang.
She wants out of the sun. She goes, why are you making me sit in the sun? Go, you've got the whole yard, Elsie. Oh, I see why you're sitting here, because I'm shading you. She says, well, you're shading me, so I'll sit under you. Well, look at I don't know if you guys can see the dragonflies, because I don't know how good the picture is. But like I said, I've got like 1 bar. Somebody said hello. Lori, is it Lori? Ashley? Is it Lynette? Kate? Yeah, I can't move is the problem. So that's why I've got to get a router and then I can walk around. That's all. Just need a router because we have Spectrum and the problem is the wireless is in the house, so I can't do it that way. And then we've got, what do you call it? Only 1 bar. We don't,
1 bar, yeah.
This phone is supposed to be 5G, but that's not going to help if you...
Something to stabilize it a little bit because it does...
It's shaking the way I'm holding it?
Yeah, but even the slightest, you're not going to be able to
See,
do much about that.
I thought this phone had a stabilizer, and I'm holding it with like trying to hold it still. No, I've got to have to figure out how to get a gimbal, and that will work better too. I have a gimbal. I don't like it.
We're working on it, and every step is an improvement.
Like I said.
Like Kate Montez says, progress. It's great.
Gosh. Like I said, YouTube thinks I can't go live. They haven't even figured out yet that I did something to the settings so I can go live. Why didn't they do it? I don't know, but I did something. So they contact me and tell me to go live in the house hardwired. But now I just have to get the wireless service down here. All right, well.
Jose Fana Gonzalez from Illinois. Maybe you see my chat today. Yes, we do.
What? What do you mean?
I answered one of the questions.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. It's so pretty. You know, it's so green down here. I can't get over it. And I know they can't see it, but it's so full of dragonflies. I still want to know what that bird sound was that was here earlier because I didn't recognize it, unless it was that woodpecker, but it was really loud. Yeah, see, I I'm holding the case, and there's no way to hold this 100% still. Even though it doesn't look like I'm shaking, I thought it had a stabilizer in it, this phone. Probably a stabilizer for videoing, but not for going live, because the videos look really good. Go ahead, answer anybody you can, because I've got like a black screen because the sun is beating on it.
Lisa Kleckner, what a sweet dog. I couldn't hear Gary though.
Uh-oh.
George Contabile, all as well, just go on. Lisa Williams, I love both your gardens. I learn a lot from you. Thank you. I just got a solar panel water pump and the birds love it.
Oh, cool. Oh, I know it would be the next thing. Even if they can't see the picture, I'll get the double mics. I'll just go ahead and charge the Rode mics and get that. And then this way you can be mic'd and I can be mic'd. Isn't that pretty? Yeah, talk loud, Gary.
Okay. Lisa Kleckner, I bought one of the solar bird baths. Josie Bridges, colour is bright. So yeah, today we've got plenty of sun.
Yeah,
so the
today we
colour
have
is bright.
we have blue sky, and it's actually really warming up. There's the stuff he's working on over there.
Yeah, Josie, we had rain, but it was just enough to drive us back in the house. So it did really nothing for our plants.
It wasn't a drizzle. It was like big drops coming down, but it wasn't like a heavy rain, just big drops.
Felt like, yeah, big drops, and it looked like it might get heavier, but it did not.
You're so funny. She's in my shade. She says, oh, you've made me a nice shade. I'll sit right next to you. Nobody's shading me. I see your plants are drooping, which is normal, and then they'll pop up as soon as the sun goes down. We walked over there the other day. Okay, there's a question. I noticed the hummingbirds are not, can you get it? I noticed the hummingbirds are not, it went off on me and the screen is so dark. That's the hardest part. Okay, I noticed the hummingbirds are not around up here anymore. They're gonna start heading south soon. I don't know where you are, but if you're near the fires, a lot of people said that their hummingbirds have left too. Thank you, Lisa.
Lisa Williams.
And
Geraldine
from Colorado,
Hayward.
Western New York. Is that Lisa?
Yeah, Lisa Williams is Western New York.
Yeah, I definitely need a, you know what, even a stick. I don't have it. I'm literally holding the phone with my case. So that's really hard. Okay, but I'm getting there. I've got it now in the right direction, even though it would not set in the right direction. I couldn't go live. It took me a few times to go live now, but I finally got it going live. Don't ask how. And we're almost there. It didn't take my thumbnail, it said, but no biggie. I don't care about that.
Thank you, Nina Enriquez. Josie Bridges, her hummingbirds are back. I believe she lives up near the Caldor fire in Northern California.
Okay, I missed her name, I think. Oh, Josie. She meant it looked good. It looked good, the picture. Yep. The problem is I can't step down and then I lose any signal I'm getting, so. All right, well, I'm going to go in and render the part 2 and see if I can get up tomorrow or the next day. Hopefully I can get it up tomorrow morning. I've got my garden tour that I just did going up at 3. I don't even know what time it is. Does my clock tell me what time it is? Not that I can see. So I've got that going up, and then I can put yours up tomorrow after I render it. Look at all the dragonflies. I would think they must go in trees to sleep when it's raining or cloudy. You just don't find them anywhere. Look at all the ubays. Now, let me ask you a question because I'm curious. Never mind. I just answered my own question. I was going to say some of your ube leaves are green and some of them are lime. Do you have any, are they all the same?
They're all the same variety. It's just these might need a little bit more compost tea or
Okay.
something to green them up. Normally, if we get rain, if we get monsoonal rain over the summer, they really love that and they really green up, but we're in drought. So in Florida, they do really well because they get rain over summer. But here, if we don't get rain, right now they're struggling a little bit. And the ones, I was going to say, the ones out in full sun
Every time I move the
are a
camera.
little more yellow than the ones that are further in.
Oh, let's see. I learned you can pet the dragonflies. Okay, it's 5 o'clock Eastern time. Oh, then my video might be going up already. 5, 3, 4, 5. Then it might be up already. I don't know. I'll have to check it. I tried to make it go live, but then put it up public, but it said it was still checking it. So that was fine. It was a long one. I didn't even attempt to make it short. It was like an hour and 15 minutes. It would have been longer, but my battery died twice. So I figured, okay, that's a hint. Then I ran out of space. So it was like, okay, the cameras wanted me done. Isn't that pretty there? Isn't that so pretty?
Yeah, we don't get the darners or the needle dragonflies. I think we're too far from water. They're tiny and they're not as strong flyers. So we rarely see them. We see a couple here and there, but they don't come in like the bigger ones.
She said they're light blue. Oh, I've seen those here, but once in a blue moon. They're tiny and they're so blue. I've seen them in my garden, but just like maybe 3 or 4 times.
That's them.
Boy, are they pretty. Well, I think I'm going to go in.
I'm sorry that you can't hear me. I kind of have to shout because I'm not near the mic.
You know what? That's going to be the first thing I do. I think I'm just going to go ahead. I saw them on Best Buy. I'm just going to go to Best Buy and just order them. This way I can plug it into my phone and then I could just stick a mic on you and that should work. And I'll be able to figure that out pretty quick.
Yeah. Josephina asked about when to harvest the pumpkins. She's got some growing around her son's grave, and the leaves are going yellow, but when would you harvest the pumpkins? I answered her this morning when I went online, but she may not have read it yet.
Okay, a pumpkin?
A pumpkin.
Don't they have the little curly stem?
They have the little
As soon as that
stem
turns
or-
brown?
Yeah,
Or if the stem starts to go, once it's not taking from the mother plant anything, you might as well take it off at that point. You'll see either where the pumpkin is attached, it starts to go yellow or brown, or the little curly
yeah, the tendril.
tendril. Yeah.
And I would probably suggest not to wait too long, just in case someone else goes in and takes them.
Oh. Yeah, this I can't read because the screen is black.
You're welcome.
Yeah, you're going to have to answer.
You're welcome, Josephina. I hope I'm pronouncing your name correctly.
Elsie. You need a tail. You need a tail. Okay, mics. We definitely need mics. So this way you can read, even if I couldn't read the screen, at least you could read your screen. And I can't really, no. How many plants you can grow? I can see your question, but I can't see the name. What's the person's name? How many? Oh, is it Dashes? Dash?
Duchess Fronte.
I don't know. Well, how many you know what? You're the one that's growing. He's got a lot of stuff in totes. I'm growing 4 watermelon plants, but until they're successful, I can't say you can do that. I know with watermelon, I've done one successfully. Also depends on what you're growing in there. That's the biggest thing, because you can have dozens of lettuce growing, but when it comes to anything heavy feeders, tomatoes, squash, watermelon, all those are heavy feeders. So you could put something in there with them that's lighter, like walking onions or parsley, or go ahead, what were you going to say?
Yeah, I've got 6 in those. Some of the others I just have 1.
Okay, you got 6 what in those? Plants total.
Plants total. Yeah.
Okay, so you got the peppers planted in there?
The peppers planted in there.
Oh, you got the mustard?
The purple mustard. The wild
It's not fennel. Oh, you got the wild rocket?
rocket, potato mint, Kajari melon, and some tomatillo.
So the heaviest feeders in that one would be your Kajara. That's a melon?
Yeah.
Okay, so your melon would be a heavy feeder. The pepper, I have found the peppers are not as heavy as you think. And then your other heavy feeder would be, you said you had something else. I forgot what you said. The tomatillos can pull. I have found that they can pull. They're like tomatoes, but you know what? If you're feeding them compost tea, they should be fine. I know what it is. My screen is going dark saying that you're outside. Oh, and the heat. When your phone, I'm standing in the sun. So when the phone gets hot, it does things. Okay, somebody's saying hi, Gary. I know there's so many of you we have missed this time.
No, the fish are fine. If it overflows, it overflows. It's not, we don't get a massive downpour where it'll flood out.
Okay, so you planted, wait a minute. Oh, marigolds. I thought it said mangoes. I was going to say, wait a minute. Okay, 6 bell pepper plants. That 37-gallon is really big. You should be fine. If it looks like they're struggling, then just make some compost tea. I don't make the compost tea in the beginning because my totes are really well stocked with enough food in there for everybody. But then once the plants start really taking off, that's when I start making my compost tea, which is now.
Okay, Karen Bowers says hello.
Hello, Karen. I know we've missed quite a few. All right, I'm going to go in. I'm standing in the sun. My dog is taking my shade. Right, Elsie? She goes, I'm not even going to go stand next to Gary. He's in the sun. Forget it. And we really got warm. We were cool yesterday. Okay, I'll let you wind this up. Whatever else is there you need to answer. If you can see, I know my screen is so dark. Awesome advice. Thank you. I can't read the name. It's too dark. Jeannie. Something Jeannie. I just can't read it because the screen's so dark. So many Gary's Gardens. Beautiful. 711. Thank you. Jody. Okay, my screen went dark again. It's the heat.
I'm going to sign off because I don't want to use up too much bandwidth.
Okay, you're going to sign off. I'm going to sign off. Thank you for helping me test this. I now know I need a microphone. I need to get my, what do you call it? I need to get a router out here so I can get something so I can walk around the yard so you can see more, and then maybe I can do a garden tour one day live with dragonflies. So we'll figure it out. We're getting there. Okay, somebody says they're not sure. Oh, come on. If you saw their message, and the messages just dropped off. Literally dropped off. Okay, we'll go back and read this because you asked about, okay, Lisa Williams, she's not sure if she's seen her messages, but she was wondering, as a beginner, don't shut off of me, as growing in totes, what would you recommend growing first? I'm always going to say grow something you want to eat. So if you like lettuce, parsley, you can start with herbs, walking onions if you can find them. Anything that you want to eat. Start with some tomatoes. Everybody grows tomatoes. Also depends on where you live, what's going to grow in your area. It's like I'm having problems with yellow squash. I can't get yellow squash to grow really good this year, but yet the black zucchini, the black beauty, whatever they call it, and then cocozelle is growing really good. The gray zucchini for me, I know it's probably too late for zucchini for some people. That's kind of an odd plant. For me, it grew a bunch and then it kind of died back. And I like my zucchini, since we're here in Southern California, to hang on as long as it can, because sometimes I get some, small ones during the winter. So you really want to look at the plants that you like and then go from there and start testing them and see from there what you like. It's not that hard. It really isn't. And if something dies, think of it as free soil, and you push it back in the soil. And that's it. All right, so wave goodbye. I'm going to end this because my phone is hot. I'm holding it in the sun, and your dog, Elsie, wants to go in. She says, I don't want to be out here. It is really pretty. I like just sitting here looking. I come here and just look. She doesn't want to go to you. Reluctantly, she'll go to you in the sun. Isn't that cute? So the two of you can wave goodbye in the sunset. I'm truly, let's just say Southern California. I'm really, cucumbers would be good. Go ahead and try cucumbers. Try something like a small cucumber, maybe if it's, getting towards the end of the season. A pickling cucumber. But, if you like cucumbers, I like cucumbers. All right, we're going to sign off. Gary will try to go through all these questions since I'm going to render your video. And I guess that's it. So have a wonderful day. I'm glad I got this going. And with each test, I know what I need. And I need a gimbal, see? Or I'm going to make everybody think they're watching the Blair Witch. But even a stick. It's just sitting in my case. And the problem is I'm holding the flap. And when you hold the flap, it wants to move. This was totally unexpected. I just told Gary when we wrapped up doing the video, I'll just tell you real quick, I did the second half just now because the other day it was raining and I whipped out the phone. I said, I'm going to try it. And it gave me such trouble that I think that's what made it really bad, is because it kept giving me trouble. It kept shutting down. And then you get angry and you go, I'm going to do this no matter what. And then I tell him, guess what? We're live. So I was kind of determined to at least turn it on for a few moments. All right, wave goodbye. Wanted to tell everybody a wonderful day. I see you rolling, but the problem is, again, I'm standing here behind. I don't even know how I turn this around. I look terrible. I'm standing here and I can't move or I lose the signal. So, and my screen is black because the sun is behind me. See, the sun is behind me. So anyways, that's the problem. So I see a black screen. I see a little bit, but I don't see a lot. So I can't think of anything else. I don't look amazing. Oh, get glasses. You need glasses. I guess that's it. I'm going to go up. I'm going to render his video because I do the editing for my videos. He does the editing for his videos. And somehow when you get me to come down here and do a video for you, I end up doing that editing too. But I guess that's it. There is actually, I've been doing research on having people edit your videos, which is really interesting because I found out there's a huge majority of people now, even people I didn't know, that have all their videos edited. And I can't really figure out how we could do it because we have so many clips that we take that to me are important to drop in and that I want to share. So there's no way to do that because you'd be, I don't know. Anyways, I'm going to just continue to edit my videos. Mama Doyce, D-E-U-C-E, hello. Karen saying bye. Robbie, around what time do the hummingbirds start to leave? Every area is different, so I don't know. I'm not sure. Usually, like the Orioles, the males have the adults. The adult Orioles have already left, but the young ones are here, and they'll all be gone by mid-September usually. Then they come in early spring. Males come first. As far as the hummingbirds, it's going to depend on weather, food, temperature. Well, I'd said that with weather. Even fires. A lot of people with their fires, they've already had a lot of them move on because they probably can't find enough food and maybe they don't want to breathe the smoke. So they've moved down south. Your dog is inside your tote. Elsie, terrible. Anyways, with that, that's so funny. So it's really different, for everybody as far as when they're going to leave. You'll know, they'll just won't be there. Now, if you're asking if you're living in an area that you get snow and you want them to leave, them before the frost, like way before, stop feeding them, some people say. I don't really know. I don't live where there's snow. I don't even know if I could live where there's snow, because I am personally don't do well in the cold, and I do fabulous in the heat. All right, I'm shaking this camera, I can see, but there's no way to hold it with this case I've got. So with that, I'm going to say goodbye. You do to both of you. Josie, I really wish I could read all this. You know what? I'll do a round table. We'll do something like in the house where I can actually read the screen and I don't have the sun blazing on it another time. And I'm hoping you're all talking to each other, because that's going to be the best way. Thank you. It's so just beautiful comments coming through. Thank you so much. All right, I am going to try to sign off. I can't see the screen. So we could end up on here for hours. No, no, no. I'll figure it out. Okay, I do have to figure it out. Gary, I can see. There it is. So wave goodbye. This was a test. So far, so good. And we just need mics, and we really need to throw a router out the door once in a while, or modem. And we bought the cord already, right, Elsie? So look at this. She's looking for shade. I don't want to be here. So everybody have a wonderful day. I'm going up to go render Gary's video so I can hopefully have it up within a day or two on the second half of his garden. Have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.